Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed, a brand new day. And as I look down into the notification tray of my Windows 10 install, I see it is 7:12 a.m. on Sunday, the 18th of February. I like to get started at 6:30. Thus, it's 12 minutes after 7 a.m. Hopefully, I'm going to have time to get this all edited and rendered and not be late today. Oopsie. Son of a gun. Wow. Not a lot has actually happened in the past couple days. In fact, yesterday evening, after I made all my videos, I didn't have a whole lot to do for a break in the afternoon, but it was raining, so I didn't really have a chance to go anywhere. And so I used the little foot exercise pedal thing for a good half hour. So even though I didn't get to go for a walk, I still got exercise in, and that was a very good thing. But unfortunately, about 7 p.m., I fell asleep pretty hard in the chair here. Woke up at 9:30. Tried desperately to stay awake and just said, this is not working. I'm just going to have to go to bed. And so probably about 10:30 is when I finally hit the hay and went to sleep last night. I was dead to the world. It was bad. I woke up pretty early, pain, but I didn't want to get up because it was like 3 in the morning. And so I kind of wibble wobbled and clock watched until finally 5 o'clock in the morning. My back hurt so much. There was no possible way to lie in bed any longer. So I got up. And so I've been in here for like 2 hours before I turned on the webcam, and I have no idea really what I do in the morning. I mean, I'm not doing anything important. I sit in the chair, I look at websites, I watch videos, I play with my hamsters, I pick up a little bit. I do things. I just don't do anything of consequence that I can point to and go, this is what I achieved. Instead, it's more, this is what I just pottered about for a little while until I was awake enough to sit down and turn on my webcam. So that's what I do for 2 hours. I come in here, I read like crack.com, even though I'm still bitterly disappointed in the site because they went and laid off just before Christmas a ton of writers and video makers from the site. Which is what happens when you go corporate. They've been sold a couple times to a couple corporate places. So even though they've got a pretty strong anti-corporate stance at times, they're still owned by a corporation. So when they came time to need some money, they took a look at everyone who had been there the longest, and suddenly they weren't working there anymore. Very senior editors, even very senior video makers, and bye, cost too much. So that was great. I'm glad to see that they're still doing well. A lot of them have gone on to writing for other websites. Some of them have done shows. Some of them are just they're working out, and it's good because you learn to care about people. The more you interact and see people, the more you see them as a person. The deeper they get into your monkey sphere, and you see them as a person, so you care about them. And I came to see them as people, so I care about them. And I'm glad to see they're doing well. In fact, I still follow a couple of them on Twitter to make sure that they're still doing okay. So that's a thumbs up. Yeah, so past that, not really a whole lot has happened. I've just done a ton of sleeping. I've been playing a lot of games. Some of them good games, some of them not really good games, but it's still fun and entertaining, which is a good thing. I wish I could play the deeper, more awesome ones, because I like strategy games, but I've always had trouble with them. And now, with all the damage that I've got, and my fibro and depression, and my cannabis use for pain, which it doesn't help your short-term memory. Life is life. I mean, it's nowhere near anything you ever hear on the street. The actual info about what cannabis does to you is overwhelmingly positive. But it doesn't really help your short-term memory. And I already have troubles with short-term memory, so yay. I can't even remember where I was going with this one now. I remember I was talking about games, strategy games. There we go, I was able to bring it back. Conversational breadcrumbs. And so I like to do strategy games. I just can't remember and think deeply enough to be able to do them. Because it takes energy. I've talked about this before. Your brain uses, at a bare minimum, just to exist, it uses up 25% of all the energy that you bring into your body. 25% of it is used up by your brain just to exist. So when you're thinking, when you're concentrating, when you're having to really put brain power into it, your brain uses up to 1/3 to 1/2 of all the energy that comes into your body. That is a heck of a draw. Yes, thinking is exhausting. If you've ever found yourself exhausted and gone, I haven't done anything, I was just sitting here thinking. That's why you're exhausted. Thinking takes energy. It is a chemical and electrical process, and it takes energy to do so. So yeah, it can be exhausting. And so, when I've only got 15 spoons to spend and just getting up and doing stuff for the day uses up a good half, trying to think for a strategy game uses up often more spoons than I have. But I got a ton of really good ones. I just wish I could play them. The more minor ones, like Planet-Based, I've been playing for the channel. That's an interesting strategy light colony management game. I mean, it's kind of a cool one. I'm able to at least do that. Not well, but I can do it. Mostly I'm good at the run and gun, don't have to think except where do you go next to kill the next thing type game. I can do that one. If you've ever watched my strafe playthrough, I'm actually almost completely through the game. And that's pretty awesome right there. I mean, it's a twitch shooter, and I'm not really good at twitch shooters, but I'm doing okay. Oh my gosh. I am running late, actually. So here, you're going to see me do something. I have not yet had a chance to take my methadone, which I'm doing right now, because my back is hurting so bad. It's like I've been sitting here while talking, debating in my mind while I speak about whether or not I'm going to be able to actually stay out of bed after I finish editing. I mean, it hurts bad enough just sitting here. I don't know if I can sit, so I need to take this. I should have taken this 2 hours ago, so yay. I even brought up a glass of water so I could drink it, and then I still didn't. I'm drinking like Donald Trump, 2 hands on. My issue, though, is when I get my hands close up to my face, my hands shake and my arms shake. So quite frequently, if I try to drink with just one hand, it goes like this, and then I end up wearing it. So I have to use 2 hands when I'm really shaky. And today is kind of a shaky morning. I don't know why. Back when I drank, I understood the shaking. Because when you drink, you're stripping vitamins out of your nervous system, and it's just, you're not doing your body good, and you shake. I've been sober for 17 years, with minor falls here and there in between. But I've been sober since 2000, and so my shakes have largely been gone. In fact, right now, as you can see, I'm not doing that bad. It's just when I get my hands bent up toward my face, for whatever reason, I shake. It was really bad back when I was an active alcoholic, when I started to get the actual shakes. When you go through withdrawal, when your body can't even go 8 hours before it starts to withdraw and you start to shake. That's what the shakes are if you're a drinker. And you start to shake, your body's going through withdrawal, you need that alcohol. I was at the point I had to take a straw and put it in my beer when I got home, because I'd be like this, and I'd have to try and get the straw into my mouth and then drink it that way with my hand shaking, because I couldn't get the beer up like this. I would have worn it. I would have banged into what was left of my teeth. Shaking is bad. Especially since at this point in my life, which was like 1999, my room in the house that I was staying in, because I was such an active alcoholic, it had gotten just garbage all over the floor. And then because it was so bad, I just threw a couple quilts and blankets over that and called that the new floor. And then that floor got covered up. It got to the point I'd come home from work and I would have to crawl over the stuff in my room to get to my computer chair, and then desperately stand and then get into my chair. And by that time, the shakes were so bad I was having to get the straw and then drink. And I'd be so hungry. I was hungry because I couldn't eat. When I was withdrawing, before I drank beer or just before work, I couldn't eat because I wasn't drunk. And my body would reject food. Whatever I ate when I wasn't drunk, I puked up. I could eat when I was drinking, but I couldn't eat otherwise. But when I was drinking, I wasn't hungry because beer has calories, and I was drinking beer, and it just filled up my stomach, and I wasn't hungry, and so I didn't eat. I got down to like 180 pounds from 240, and it took a couple years. I was very gaunt. But then when I got sober in 2000, all the weight came back, and I spent all the time while my wife was alive between 240 and 290 pounds. So I've always been heavy. Back in high school and just before I went into the military, I was always fighting at 200 pounds, and then I fought to stay at 200 pounds during my entire time in the military. And then after the military time, I gained weight, and then as stated, the only time I lost weight was when I couldn't eat because of my alcoholism. And then while I was married to my wife, my weight was back up again. So I've always been heavy. It's just ever since like 2 some odd years ago, when I got so intensely sick that I couldn't eat anything. Anything I ate, even drinking water, would make me puke. I went from 325 pounds to 160 because I couldn't eat. And then I developed anorexia on top of it, so that even when I could eat, I didn't want to eat. So thumbs up on that. My anorexia has gone away, and in fact, I have gained weight. Unfortunately, a lot of it is water weight. I need to start taking my Lasix tablets. I'm not walking as much, not exercising as much because of the weather. I'm retaining more fluid. And so I've got, my legs are filled with more fluid. I've burned out the lymph nodes and my lower extremities with all the cellulitis that I've had. It's destroyed my lymph nodes. So, and your lymph system is what's used to distribute, just interstitial fluid throughout your body. Interstitial fluid is between the cells of your body. And so you just pump fluid through your body with your lymph system. The lymph system in my legs doesn't work. And so I retain fluid in my legs really, really badly. And so I've been retaining more fluid because I haven't been walking as much. So I need to start taking more of my Lasix. That'll bring my weight down by about 5 to 7 pounds. Not much, but enough. Because you don't want to overload your system. High blood pressure at the very least, and I've had high blood pressure before, terrifyingly high. So I don't want it to ever go back up. I need to keep my weight at a good solid, I like it between 180 and 190. Like I said, right now I'm up a little bit more, mostly because of the retained fluid. I'm right up around 200, which a good healthy weight for me is right 213, right around there. That is a good, nice weight for my height, my age, my exercise level. That's a good weight. But I tend to freak out and my anorexia comes raging back when my weight gets up higher. Just the fact that it hasn't has surprised me right now. I could actually be over it. How did that happen? I don't understand. I'm glad. Anorexia is not healthy, and I spent too many years as an anorexic, so I'm glad I'm eating. It's healthy. It's good to eat. You just don't want to eat too much. Past that, though, I've just been sleeping. Oh, before I run out of time. Boogle, Boogle, Boogle. I broke up these parts. So Boogle has this part, and Mama Squeak has another part. And Boogle is terrified now because she stuffed up the entire lower chamber of it with bedding. And then, so when I picked up the house, I shook out all the bedding, and she was like left terrified. She was flopped on her back with her legs splayed out like hamsters do when they're frightened, which if I was a predator, I would be like, oh, thank you for opening the lunchbox. but they just flop open and then splay their legs out, and she was terrified. So I'm kind of sorry. I didn't mean to scare you that much. I just wanted to show you to people. I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, piece of bedding. This is the supersonic one. When I set her down on my chair, she just zips like she's a dwarf. Goes zooming, jumps off the chair, and then just makes a beeline for wherever she can go. So here's a Boogle, and she's a good little Boogle. I'm going to put her back in her cage, and then hopefully she's going to forgive me for ripping her house up like that. I'm so sorry, Boogle. That was mean of me. I am such a monster. Not really, but to her I am. And now what I'm going to do, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me comments. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them later. I'm just thanking you for having left me a comment. Whether it is a good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment, thank you for having left me a comment. Now, if I mispronounce your username, my apologies. I'm an American English speaker. We're not good at names. I'm better than most, but that doesn't mean a thing. So it's 20 to 25 because even though I count an ASL on the fingers of my hand here, I still lose track. So first off, we have Retsam Eltrut, which of course is Master Turtle backwards, and Kuba CH, thank you very, very much. Jimmy R. Jump, greatly appreciated. Grace Harvey, son of a gun. It's Just Me, thank you very, very much. Tundra Keeper, good to see you in the comments, always. Evan Jones, greatly appreciated. Kenny92, thank you very, very much. That thing is awesome. I really, really like it a lot. If I take care of it, it should last quite a while. And Gaming with Purge Anarchy, greatly appreciated. Tracy Inman, thank you very, very much. Hype Sage, or Hype Sage? I'm not sure now. I've overthought it. RB. And Joetta Poet, I think. Thank you very, very much. I'm your God. Well, how about that then? And thank you very much. Yuval Grossman, greatly appreciated. Fire Gods, thank you very much. Kyle Briffa 7, thank you very much. Lusum Shady, ooh. And then we have Sretan Rossick, very awesome, and thank you. Gameoland 1998, thank you very, very much. Josie likes MNMS. I'm not sure what that is, but thank you very much and very cool. And Bowie, I tried that one yesterday and I can't pronounce it, so I'm actually going to jump. I'm sorry. Insane Dubois, thank you very much. Andrew Hamblin, thank you. Morgan Tebbs, greatly appreciated. Gravia, thank you very, very much. And then Gamer Nation, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. I'm very sorry I had to skip that one name. I just cannot pronounce it, and I feel bad about that. But I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Oh, I just can't pronounce your name. Well, if you can check out my links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. That would be awesome if you could check those out. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, that would be awesome. Very cool, very, very awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, that would be awesome as well. I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. But I would understand if you don't want to. My personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. So if you don't like the videos, you don't want to subscribe, I do unfortunately understand. But if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Thumbs up for that. The end of time. That's a couple. Well, that's forever. Son of a gun. And of course, if you check down below, there should be a link down there for Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle's a good place, of course. It does all sorts of charity things, and this is a paid link thing. I'm sponsored through them, but if you go there, you can give money to charity. You can kick back money to me if you use the link down there. That's awesome. So there's various bundles. Check them out. They're a good place. I hate to be one of those people that whores myself out for corporate cash, but I'm dying. So if you can go there and buy stuff in my name, that would be awesome. Thumbs up for that, huh? I'm such a good salesman. I hate doing sales and pitches. I'm the worst kind of salesman there is. But you take care. Have a great day today. I've got a reaction video coming up. I got a game video coming up. If I don't fall asleep, I'll have a game video from a game channel, so that's good. So again, take care. Have a great day. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing.